The showcase of the Immortals has spanned over 30 years and has featured some of the most skilled, talented, and unforgettable stars to ever lace up a pair of boots. We've seen unforgettable matches and legendary feats accomplished by superstars, and with the 33rd edition of the Grand Spectacle fast approaching, here are the 10 best performers in WrestleMania history. Bret Hart grabbed hold of the ball relinquished by Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and carried WWE on his back during the early days of the new generation. Hart would put on amazing performances when it came to his biggest matches, but took it to another level for Mania. Whether he was defending the Intercontinental Championship against Roddy Piper or waging war with his brother Owen in a 5-star classic to kick off WrestleMania 10, Bret always stole the show at WWE's biggest event of the year. Kurt Angle only competed at 6 WrestleManias, but it's difficult to look at his accomplishments and not consider him as one of the best to ever work the event. Almost all his matches at WrestleMania were absolute classics, such as his battles with Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, and Brock Lesnar. The 2017 Hall of Fame inductee definitely earned a spot as one of the best WrestleMania performers ever. The Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, and the man who's facing Seth Rollins at this upcoming WrestleMania, Triple H without a doubt belongs on this list considering the matches he's been in over the years. While his classic matches at the Showcase of the Immortals involve best friend Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, the Game has had main event clashes with John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho, and so many more talented stars that were absolutely excellent as well. If Hulk Hogan was the face of the early days of WrestleMania, Macho Man Randy Savage was the workhorse. A master of the in-ring game, Savage was responsible for 3 of the greatest matches in the event's long and illustrious history. In front of 93,000 fans in Detroit for WrestleMania 3, Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat wrestled a match for the Intercontinental Championship that some still consider the greatest of all time. Furthermore, his retirement match with the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7 and the emotional WWE Championship match with Ric Flair the following year only further established Savage as the original Mr. WrestleMania. John Cena has made the grandest stage his own since 2004 when he won the United States Championship in his first appearance at the pay-per-view. A year later, he had risen to such heights that he defeated JBL to capture the WWE Championship. He would continue to soar into the atmosphere of the all-time greats, defeating the top names in the business like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Batista, Edge, and Big Show, along with younger talent like Daniel Bryan and The Miz in recent years. Cena has simply been a top performer at WrestleMania for as long as he's been in the WWE. From here on out, the list gets very tough to separate because of the caliber of superstars we're working with, so these next few are easily interchangeable. Prior to his departure to the world of glitz and glamour, The Rock was the face of WWE. His iconic battles with Steve Austin helped establish their program as one of the best of all time, but it was his showdown with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18 in 2002 that really immortalized him as one of the best to ever grace the WrestleMania ring. The Texas Rattlesnakes' involvement at WrestleMania can pretty much be summed up in one match: Bret Hart vs. Steve Austin. Austin endured tremendous pain and punishment while trapped in the sharpshooter, with blood pouring from his forehead in one of the most gruesome sights in the history of the event. He also had 3 excellent matches with The Rock, and turned heel in one of the most unpredictable swerves in all of wrestling, so without a doubt, Austin belongs on this list. Some would argue there would be no WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan. Sure, the creative vision of Vince McMahon brought forth the idea, but without the right babyface to build it around, the show would have failed. Luckily, Hogan was that guy. A charismatic hero that fans could root for as he vanquished the loudmouth Roddy Piper. And who could forget the most iconic moment in all of wrestling, when Hogan scoop slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Mr. WrestleMania isn't a title given to just any superstar. HBK repeatedly demonstrated that he was an elite performer in any regard, but more specifically, he was among the very best at wrestling's biggest show. Simply put, Shawn Michaels owned the spotlight each and every time he appeared at WrestleMania. Whether it's his crazy match with Bret Hart or his back-to-back classics with The Undertaker, HBK has gone down as one of the very best to ever step foot in the squared circle. Shawn Michaels may be called Mr. WrestleMania, but nobody compares to The Undertaker when it comes to the big event. For over 2 decades, The Undertaker made his iconic entrance, put on one hell of a performance with his opponent, and returned to the locker room with one more notch on his belt, representing another unfortunate soul. The legendary undefeated streak at WrestleMania is one of, if not the greatest accomplishment in all of wrestling, and is the reason The Undertaker goes down as the best WrestleMania performer in history. And those are the 10 greatest performers in WrestleMania history. Disagree with this list? Then let me know below. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.